Hi guys, hello and welcome. This is the Snuggly Stars Podcast, episode 1. This is the very first one I've ever done, and my name is Gemma, so hello. I knit, crochet, do a little bit of weaving, spinning, needle felting, sewing, and I have dyed some yarn too. I kind of try a lot of different things, but the main things that I focus on are the knitting and the crochet because I love them. Anyway, I thought I've been watching so many podcasts and they're so inspiring and wonderful and just a joy to watch, so I thought I'd give it a go. I'm not saying I'll bring you joy. I'll try. It's nice to have a little waffle on and maybe to people that understand what I'm going on about. Not a bad thing. Anyway, so I thought I'd show a few bits, and it's my first episode, so a bit nervous. Not going to be brilliant. I'm filming this on my laptop. Hey ho. Podcast that I love to watch. Inside Number 23. Katie is amazing, and I don't know how I found her, but she's the one that I've been watching and then being inspired by. She knits socks. She knits all sorts, but mostly the ones I've been watching, she knits bazillions of socks. I've never had the interest in knitting socks, never thought about it. And then as I heard her talking about it and how great it is and how amazing the results can be, I thought I'm going to give that a go. So guess what? I've been knitting some socks. I don't have any pairs of socks. I have this sock. I have a hoe. Oh! So I have a hoe, and this I made to fit my son Jack, and I'm gutted because he came home from school today and I got him to try it on and he said it's a bit small. And you know when you're like, well, that's putting, that's doing something to my parade that it shouldn't be, because then I've turned the heel on the second sock and now I'm thinking, well, and you're like, well, what's the point? Because the first one doesn't fit, but I will make it. I don't know if sock yarn stretches once it's blocked, so maybe if it's blocked and I'll stretch it to buggery, perhaps that'll work and it might fit his feet. I have got 2 other children that are younger, so I can always keep them for when they're got slightly larger feet, as long as I make sure to try them on. Hello! Anyway, as part of watching Inside Number 23, I have joined in with some cowls. I've never done that before. I'm a fairly new knitter. I've crocheted for longer. I've never knit an entire, say, jumper or something like that. I've done a couple of basic shawls and I crocheted loads of blankets, stuff like that. And as part of Inside Number 23, Katie is doing a cowl which involves knitting things that are Harry Potter themed. It's the Harry Potter cowl. Let me get the name right. It's the Harry Potter cowl for 2017 and it runs over 12 months. So you can knit as many Harry Potter themed items as you like and get away with it. There's a reason you can knit Harry Potter things and not feel like a total weirdo. There's a reason you're doing it, because you're part of a team, you're part of a cowl, you're part of a group of people that are also knitting lots of Harry Potter themed things. So yes, so I'm excited. So as part of that, the first thing I did, because it started the 1st of January 2017, on New Year's Day, I started dyeing yarn. Yes. So I've made my own version of Harry Potter themed yarns. Yes. So I do feel quite proud of myself. So I'm going to show you the colours that I made. I haven't decided what to make with them. I didn't know whether to crochet a corner-to-corner blanket, or I don't think there's enough as such to knit a cardigan or something like that. I've got an idea for one of them, which is to make a cowl, and I'm going to edge it with some of I'm going to edge it with, this is 100% alpaca by Drops, and it's so soft and squidgy. So I'm going to call it, I'm making my own pattern, I'm going to call it the framed, what was I going to call it? The framed Polyjuice Potion cowl. You'll see why in just a second, because the yarn that I'm going to use that I've dyed is called this one. It's called Polyjuice Potion. Now it's wound up a bit tight because I started making something with it today and then I've totally undone it. But it goes from creams with speckles, well, show you in front of the camera, creams with speckles of green within it, and then as it goes further and further into the ball, it gets darker and darker and darker, almost down to black. But it's black and then it's got bright green flecks and speckles in it, and I'm so excited to see how that knits up. So I just wanted to do a quick and simple project. So I'm going to cast on with the 100% alpaca, and I'm going to let it have a rolled edge, and then basically knit in the round with all of this, and then add on another edge and bind off. And it's going to be snuggly and warm and squishy. The base that I've used for dyeing all of these yarns is Signet Superwash Merino 100%, and they're 50-gram balls, skeins, when you get them, and I've dyed them all sorts of snazzy colours. So that is Polyjuice Potion. We next have this one. It's coming unravelled because my baby son likes to run off with them. He likes smelling them. Why? Don't know. This one goes from light and dark greens, so it's kind of variegated, and this one is called Snappy Snape. And I just thought with the greens and the kind of the light and the dark side, because we're in the films where you think, is he a baddie guy? Then at the end he's like, is he a goodie guy? Who knows? There's a softer side to him, but he's always quite stern. So, Snappy Snape. If he wore like a cloak or a suit and that, you'd think he was a pretty snappy dresser, pretty sure. Then, after that, carrying on with the greens and earthy tones, this one that I've done is called Hagrid. And this is not a full ball because as I was winding it on, I got a bit of a knot, cut it, so now I've got two little ones, but that's fine. It is, it's got greens and blues and burgundy reds and browns, and as I was making this one, I just thought, Hagrid, it's got to be all the different tones, and it's warm and friendly. Hope the colours show up on screen. It just goes from, it's got like deep dark turquoisey bits in, it's really pretty. And as I was winding it, I thought if I knew a way to film while winding it on the ball winder that would work, you'd see all the colours inside the ball. So again, not sure what to knit up with it, but I like it, definitely. Next we have, this one is called Lovely Luna. Luna Lovegood from the film. I just think she is pretty and kind and gentle, and she's in Ravenclaw, which is the colours for that house is blue, and this is just lovely. It's soft and gentle, and it goes from really 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 pale blues, almost white, into the brighter turquoisey colours. So again, it's one of those kind of, I saw this and thought of you, Luna. Not that she's watching, but hey. So that's another one. And then, woo, I'm excited. I love this one. This one is called The Weasleys. I was going to call it Fearsome Phoenix, and then my partner, Ross, helped me untangle it from when I've dyed the ball. And he said, that's the Weasleys. It's the Weasleys. And when I looked at it with all the different colours of orange and ginger, and I can say that because my eldest son Jack is ginger. Ginger's awesome. Amazing. It's like represents a bit of all the different characters, and if you look right in the middle, it goes to a pale peachy colour. So there are so many different shades of orange and tangerine and peach all in this, and it's beautiful. And I think I'm going to make it like a little shawl or a neckerchief, but can you do much with 50 grams? I'm not really sure, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Or if I do make a corner to corner blanket or a big shawl, I can just use a bit of all of them. But that's not all of them. I do have one more, and it's this one. Now, I don't know if the colours are going to show up very well. This one is called Aragog, and it reminds me of the spider from the film, because in the middle it's all dark and mysterious and purpley black, and then as it comes out, it has all the different tones and shades of purple and blues and like pale silver greys, a bit like a spider web. So that's another one. So if anyone's got any ideas what I could use these for to make, that would be great. But so as part of the Harry Potter Cal, I will use my Harry Potter themed yarn to make whatever, and that will be an entry for the Cal. Hurrah! So that's good. Let me just have a sip of tea. Today I am drinking Pucker tea, Pucker Detox. I bought the kind of Pucker selection box to try the different ones. Some were gross, but this one, the Detox, is yummy. So Pucker Detox, love it. So that's nice and calming. I do seem to be a bit more zen when I've drank it. Maybe that's like the placebo effect. Another thing that I've treated myself for the Harry Potter Cal is I bought some actual Harry Potter yarn, as in like real yarn off Etsy, off a real dyer. And where I got it from, they're called Little French Meadow, and they were lovely. The package arrived today and it was all beautifully wrapped, and there was yellow tissue paper with raffia and a little a little progress keeper attached to the bow that says thank you. Oh, that's moving. Thank you. And I ordered one of their Harry Potter colourways called Luna Lovegood. Yes. Now this is stunning. I was looking when I decided to get involved with the Harry Potter Cal, and everyone raves about Etsy and all the hand dyers and indie dyers and project bags and all these sorts of things, and I thought I've never done that before. I've never bought stuff from there, or I don't know where to start, but I knew from watching Inside Number 23 like that you have to have the wool/nylon blend for socks, so that's what I've done. So this is 75% superwash blue BFL and 25% nylon, so that should be nice and sturdy for socks, and it's still squidgy, but look at the colours, oranges and blues and pinks, and it's going to go speckly and beautiful. Yes, so Little French Meadow on their Etsy shop, that is where I found it, and it was gorgeous, and like I said, it came up beautifully wrapped. I also bought one of their progress keepers there, little silver Russian doll, and I think that is so cute. So that came, and of course they sent me the little free one as well, so that's always handy to have. I really appreciate that. And they sent it all with a little tea bag, and I drank that. That was quite nice. It was a caramel flavour. The little touches are important, and I think it makes a difference. It did make a difference. Do you know why? Because I was really naughty. I was really naughty. After I opened it and I was so impressed, I went onto their Etsy page again, and I've placed another order for another Harry Potter one, because let's make it as part of the theme. If I'm going to make these socks for the first time, I'm going to do them as part of a Cal. So yes, I'm not going to tell you what colourway it is yet. I'll show you when it arrives, but I'm so excited, and it's not cheap. And I've ordered one with a Selena base, and I've never had anything sparkly like that before, so I'm so excited. So we've got Luna Lovegood, we've got the Harry Potter yarns that I have made and named, which are pretty cool. We're not done yet, because I am actually taking part in 3 Cals to do with socks. And let me look these up. So we have got the Inside Number 23, and that's the Harry Potter Cal 2017. Also, as part of the Yarngasm podcast, hello, I am joining in with their Box of Socks Cal for 2017. Now that one is, you have to get a pretty box, and as of from the 1st of January 2017 you start knitting socks, and they have to be for yourself, and then say by the end of the year, end of December, hopefully the idea is at the end of that you have a pretty box full of 12 pairs of socks for yourself. That you can use whatever yarn you want, whatever pattern you want, but the idea is that they have to be started the 1st of January, and they all go in this box, and they are for you. So you can't get away with making socks for your fella and your kids, which is a shame, because I do need to make socks for those, so I'm just going to have extra knitting to do. And then I've also joined in, there's on Ravelry, the group called Sock Knitters, and I've joined in with their January-February 2017 Cal Stash Busters. Now that one, again, you have to start in January, and you have to use yarn that's been in your stash for 30 days or more. Now, as I only recently started watching Katie's Inside Number 23 podcast, I only recently bought sock yarn. I never had any use for it before. So I haven't got any sock yarn specifically that is that old. However, I, about well over 3 years ago, said to my partner Ross I would make him a Harry Potter scarf. But at the time I only crocheted, and I remember starting to crochet it and I was so fed up. It's probably like, I don't know, about this long of crochet, and then now I can't remember how many stitches I did and which hook and blah blah blah. So I have decided to repurpose the yarn. So I have started knitting. Oh, it's all inside out. Let's fix that. A Harry Potter themed sock. So this is obviously the colours of Gryffindor. Check out my little progress creeper from years ago. A Singer sewing machine. Love it. And this, I've done the heel flap. I'm at the stage of needing to turn the heel. And so I have got these lovely colours, the yellow and the red. And this is the Berger de France Ideal yarn. And I just thought, you know what, that ticks all the boxes. It's Harry Potter colours. It's socks that I can make for myself. I found a simple pattern that I can understand. It's going to enter into all three cows because it's Harry Potter. It's going to be socks for myself, and it's from Stash. Perfect. So I'm excited about that. I'm trying not to cough. So that's exciting. The only thing is with these cows, and I'm going to make all these socks. Like I said, I don't have an actual finished pair of socks. I have a hoe and that half of a sock. So I'm going to have to get cracking and learn fast. That's what this has made me do, is to learn quickly, to do research on Ravelry and on YouTube, and to look at what other people have done and to come up with my own ideas. And that's lovely because it got me a bit out of a rut. And if you're feeling low and you're creating new things, I think it kind of cheers you up a bit, and this makes me feel a bit like I'm involved with other people because I don't really leave the house much. I do for work and things like that, but I don't have a circle of friends that I would go out and join in with things with. I have my family and my dog and my crafts and my job. So yes, so it's quite nice to be learning to do something else. And also, if I can knit socks for everybody on garments and learn to do all that, then it's useful. And I have a huge stash. I don't have many indie yarns. That's the first one I've got, the Luna. Oh! So I have ordered more. But I have got a huge stash of other things. So I've started a jumper for Isabella, my daughter, and whips. I have so many whips. I haven't got enough fingers to count them on anymore. Like literally, it's that bad. But my problem is I don't have any project bags. Do you want to see what I'm using for my Harry Potter sock? This. It is the little organza bag that came from Wool Warehouse when I've ordered yarn from them. So when I've ordered yarn from Wool Warehouse, which I did quite a lot just before Christmas to get the alpaca yarn, they send it out in the organza bag. So that currently is what I'm using. Because, you know, I'm so snazzy and stylish. So I'm asking you guys a question. Project bags. On the various different podcasts I've seen, people go on about project bags, but a lot of them end up being from abroad, and or maybe in the UK, but I don't know where to start. I want to make sure if I'm buying something that's like that and it's specifically to house a project that I want looking after, I want it to be of nice quality, but I don't want to be wasting my money, because let's face it, the amount I've spent on yarn as well, it's got to be justifiable. So you go way up between the cost of the item and the quality. If I know I'm going to get something and I'm going to love it and I'm going to look at it and be inspired to knit the project, then that's amazing. So please, can anyone help me to figure out what project bags are the best to go for? What am I going to love and like and appreciate, and it's going to last me a long time, because I haven't got the spare dosh to go bonkers over it. As I said, really happy to recommend Little French Meadow. They're amazing, and the little cute progress keepers, and the yarn is squidgy, because I didn't know. I was like, when I've ordered yarn off the internet, just commercial yarn, sometimes it's more itchy, whether it's acrylic or not, itchy, and sometimes it's super soft and you didn't expect it. And so to order yarn that's so expensive in comparison for one skein, it's a bit nerve-wracking, but it's turned out quite nice this time. So Little French Meadow, go for it. Pucker Detox Tea, go for that too. What else? Project bags. Yeah, so that's, if anyone's got any recommendations for project bags, whether it be abroad, but I am conscious of like the shipping costs and all that, or in the UK, because I live in England, in the UK, in the Midlands, smack bang in the middle, far away from the sea in every direction. Yes. Please help. Anyway, my first episode, it's been a bit weird talking to you, but also really interesting. I think next time I'm going to maybe show you my whips. I'll get them out and face how many I've got. Hopefully I'll get some work done and have some finished objects to show you. Because as I said, I currently have this hoe. This is West Yorkshire Spinners yarn, Aran weight, and it's quite cute. It's quite thick, but so I have gone down a size. So as well as ordering new yarn and dyeing yarn, I've also then ordered a load of new circular needles, because obviously you need those for magic circle method, magic loop. And oh, by the way, if I were to recommend anything, these bad boys for counting your rows or rounds, I think they're called like a tally, and you just click it when you've done your next round. I've now got 3, and that's my current method of keeping track of where I am. That and writing everything down. So I'm so sophisticated, darling. Sophisticated and snazzy with my organza bag and my one sock. And I'm probably just boring everyone to death now. So hopefully by next time I'll have some more objects, finished objects to show you, and progress. And hopefully when the bits arrive in the post I can show you those too, because I'm rather excited. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you've got any tips or advice about how to make this sort of podcast and moment in time more interesting, please let me know. And just really please have a nice day. I will see you soon. Love you, bye.